Welcome, everyone. Today, I am thrilled and honored to have Jessica Embree with us. Jessica is an international bestseller and marketing specialist. She excels in helping entrepreneurs and businesses all over North America differentiate with easy and effective digital marketing campaigns. Welcome, Jessica. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Gloria. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, Jessica, I know one of the many things you do is you are a branding expert. So, people that are watching this or listening to the podcast are really solopreneurs, whether they're
Mhm.
affiliate marketers, network marketers, digital marketers, really solopreneurs. So, why is it important for that solopreneur to have a brand?
I think it's so important this day and age. There's so much noise, there's so much competition. You need to find a way to differentiate yourself, have a unique selling point so you can stand out among the crowd. So when it comes to doing your marketing campaigns, you need to really hone in on what makes you different and why are people going to talk to you and find you at the end of the day online.
So, I agree with you completely. And how do you do that when you're one of thousands of affiliate marketers for the same product or service, for example?
I think it always comes down to storytelling. How are you going to resonate with your core customer? What pain points do your core customers have that you can agitate and say, listen, I understand. I understand that insurance is complicated. Let me help you guide you through this process to make it easy for you so you have the right policy to protect your business so you can feel rest assured at the end of the day. You need to use messaging and storytelling that's going to resonate with them.
And obviously, none of us have the same story, right? Everybody has a
Yeah.
different story. So, okay, cool. So, um, will having your own brand increase sales?
I think it helps because it having your own brand makes you more authentic. It gives you that credibility that you might be looking for. It gives you that consistency in your messaging. So having your own brand, whether that's for yourself or your company, is so important. That way, everyone's speaking the same language if you have employees. Or if you're a solopreneur, you are always having a style guide or a tone to fall back on if you ever get stuck on what you want to say to your customers.
So, as a solopreneur, you just mentioned the word style guide, and I love that. So, what do you think a solopreneur in specific should have? Like, do they need to have a logo? Do they need to have, specific fonts? Do they need to have colors that are just their colors that they use? What does a solopreneur need?
I think that is just the basis that of what you need. You need a logo so someone can recognize you. You need certain fonts and colors, but it's just much more than that. It's what type of tone do you want to come across as? Do you want to be friendly? Do you want to be professional? Do you want to be funny? What type of messaging do you want to have so you have a consistent elevator pitch so people are always clear on what you offer? So it's more than just fonts and colors. It's how you present yourself to the world, whether that's different different platforms or different ways you interact with people.
Okay, so you just mentioned different platforms, and I'm huge on the fact that we can't be on one platform.
Nope.
Lots of people have gotten kicked off Facebook. I just had somebody who got kicked off LinkedIn. I got kicked off TikTok for life. Um, don't know what I did, but I got kicked off TikTok for life. So we have to diversify. I believe we should have multiple streams of income and have income diversity, but I also believe that we need to diversify and be on different platforms. Should your brand be exactly the same on every platform, or can you switch up your brand and have it be slightly different on different platforms? What do you recommend when you're working with your clients?
I think you're absolutely right. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. I think a lot of businesses found that out when TikTok got banned for just, I think it was 24 hours.
Yeah, if that,
What
right?
was,
Yeah.
if that was where all of your revenue and where all your audiences were, a lot of creators were stuck. So you need to diversify where you're having your messaging, what platforms you're doing it, whether it's print, whether it's digital, any other radio ads, etc. Now, when it comes to messaging and maybe having different things on different platforms, absolutely A/B test. See what resonates with people more. If you're a B2B business or B2C and most of your clients are on LinkedIn, try out Instagram. You might be seeing a trend there. So it doesn't hurt to experiment and it doesn't hurt to see if a title card does better on a different platform versus another.
Okay. And So how much, when you're working with a solopreneur, how much do you feel they need to work on their messaging? How can you help them create their messaging if they're saying, well, I'm an affiliate marketer, I'm a network marketer, but I'm in this company, and this company. So, you know, what's my message?
It's all about what is their vision at the end of the day. It's the corny, where do you see yourself in 1 year? And we kind of work towards that. And when we're working with clients all over North America, it's really sitting down and figuring out that website, because your website is your storefront. That's where people are landing at the end of the day when they see that call to action on Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok. That's where people are landing. So we want to make sure the messaging is right. We want to make sure that if anyone here has read Story Brand by Don Miller,
Yeah,
it
great
passes
book.
that grunt test. They know what you do, they know what problem you solve, and there's a clear call to action. You're agitating those pain points. So we always start at Tulip with the messaging, because if your messaging, your storefront is not ready for visitors, your Google ads are not going to do as well. Your blog posts aren't going to do as well. Your social posts might fall flat if that storefront's not ready.
Okay, so for affiliate marketers, network marketers, a lot of digital marketers, they have no control over the website because they're taking their prospects
Mhm.
to somebody else's program.
Yeah.
So can you still brand yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also, when it comes to affiliate marketers, making it easy for people to buy from you, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of us complicate the buying cycle. Um, Going back to Don Miller, he has a 3-step plan that he always says to use in your messaging. And that's what Tulip does as well, is when it comes to buying from Tulip, we have a 3-step program on our website because we want to make it easy. If you confuse your customers, you're going to lose them.
So give us an idea of that three-step program. What would that be for a solopreneur, say?
For a solopreneur, it depends on what you're selling. So, a great example of that is if you are an affiliate marketer and you're selling a software, it's click this link is step one. Like, keep it very simple. We're simple human beings. Step two is download this free XYZ
Mhm.
PDF. And step three is grow your business, maybe. So step three can always be the outcome of what it is that they're getting from you.
Okay. So I love that. So can you give us another example? Let's say you're selling a weight loss product or a skincare product or something like that.
Mhm. So step one, get a free consult. Step two, get a custom plan for you. And step three, start living a healthier life.
Love it. That's great. Okay, cool. And how much does, you know, your picture, an image of you, how much does that, as a solopreneur? Now, I understand it's different when you're talking about a company, if you've got a landscaping business or something like that. But if you're a solopreneur, again, you're that affiliate marketer, network marketer, digital marketer, how much does having a picture of you make a difference?
You're the face of your brand. So I think it makes a huge difference when you're going to advertise for yourself, advocate for yourself. So have pictures, have a lot of different pictures so people can see you in different ways and authentic ways. We do, every time we meet here at Tulip, out of the office, we have photo shoots. And it's amazing what comes out of those photo shoots that we use for social posts, that we use for ads. And they do great in ads because people love human to human connection. So have those photos.
Great, love it. And any other guidelines for photos, for example? I mean, you know, if you're that solopreneur, what about a headshot? Does it need to be professional or, you know?
Honestly, Gloria, like iPhones work great these days. We've used iPhones for spontaneous photo shoots before, and they come out great. All of us have access to Canva or Photoshop sometimes, and you can make the photo into what you want it to be. So don't be afraid and don't restrict yourself saying, I need a professional camera. Your iPhone can do just as good as a job sometimes, or your Samsung.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, being a Samsung user,
All
I gotta
right.
put a plug in there because the Samsung, we all know that the Samsung camera is better than the iPhone camera.
iPhone girl here.
So What else is important? Like, how do you help a solopreneur, again, that network marketer, affiliate marketer, come up with their message statement? Like,
Mhm. Their elevator pitch.
yeah,
And it goes back to what makes you different. The reason what every marketer is looking for, what is their unique value proposition? How can they stand out? And when it comes to that messaging, that's what you have at the end of the day. Um, I know one thing that Tulip Media has done to make ourselves be unique is we do print marketing. Not a lot of people are interested in print marketing, or they think of print marketing as being interesting. But at the end of the day, print marketing is what makes people stand out. It's what makes them credible. So people love that tangible piece in their hands. So we specialize in that and we do very well in that. That's our unique selling proposition.
interesting. Okay. Probably most solopreneurs are not going to do that because print marketing is expensive. So, how could you take that concept and use it somehow or other in social media?
Yeah. So for social media, there's different ways you can do it. You can do webinars. When it comes to being and building your brand, you have to come across credible at the end of the day. So having webinars, providing guidance, providing your expertise, showcasing your history, having client testimonials, showcasing the logos of people you've worked with before. That builds your credibility and your expertise over time. And then people are starting to see you as that authority in the marketplace. Google business reviews are super important nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. So as a solopreneur, I'm just thinking about this. If you're an affiliate marketer or a network marketer, you could, you don't have a company per se. I mean, you might have a company,
Mhm.
you're selling for somebody else's company, but still you've got people that you have shared the business with. So you can get testimonials from your own people and use those in social media, right? Or you can
Yeah.
get testimonials from other people who maybe aren't people that you immediately brought onto the team or into the business, but you could still use other people's testimonials because at the end of the day, it's all about the product or service that you're promoting. And let's say I brought Tom on and Tom brought on Anne. If Anne's got a testimonial, even though I didn't share the business or the opportunity or the product with Anne directly, it's still about the business opportunity or product. So you can use other people's testimonials, other people's stories, right?
Yeah, it's about sharing the spotlight. You're on the same team at the end of the day if you're an affiliate marketer and you're trying to expand your network. So share those testimonials on your socials. Ask for people to give you reviews on your Facebook page. Keep that dialogue open so people are constantly giving that feedback. I think feedback is something a lot of us miss out on because we're not asking for current client feedback. And our current clients are our biggest advocates. They're the ones telling other people about you. So make sure you take care of those clients as well.
I love that. Now, do you have ways where you specifically get your clients, because you're obviously working with, business owners, companies, have you found ways to help them ask their clients for testimonials?
Yeah. So some of the ways that myself and Tulip have done it in the past is we'll send previous testimonials that we've had because some people just honestly copy and paste and make a little edit and they're happy with that. We have a bit.ly that goes right to the testimonial page so they don't have to search us up. And we always ask them when they're the happiest with us. So after we've given them that product or service and they're excited and they're like, oh my gosh, I love it. You're like, awesome. Can you write us a review right now? Ask them when they are the most excited with you. And then that way you're getting those testimonials that you can repurpose into social posts.
Love it. So if you're working with somebody as an affiliate marketer, network marketer, maybe when they've had their first sale, because they're going to be elated when they've had their first sale,
Yes.
right? So they make
Yes.
their first sale, and that could be a great point when you ask them for a testimony, right?
Yeah, and again, make it easy for them to write that testimonial. Give them past testimonials you've gotten and give them a link. Don't let them go searching for you online where they to leave this testimonial. Give them the link going right to that testimonial page or URL.
I love it. Great. Any other tips you have, Jessica, for people that are those solopreneurs that are out there trying to build their brand, build awareness for themselves?
One thing I always love to tell clients too is when you're working with different audiences, make sure you segment them. That way, when you are sending out different campaigns or talking to different networks, maybe using an email newsletter or doing a social media ad, you're able to segment out into different audiences. Sometimes the right message isn't for everyone, so you need to have different messaging and try to see if they resonate with different audiences. So always segment your audiences if available.
Okay, so yeah, so let's say you're a digital marketer and you've got three different companies you're working with, right?
Mhm.
One might be a health and wellness company, one might be a digital product, a training program or something that you're promoting, and another one might be skincare. So you've got
Yep.
three different things you're promoting. You can easily segment those three different audience. There might be some things you're promoting that would be for everyone, but there
Yep.
might be some things that would just be for one of those three audiences.
Mhm.
What about segmenting audiences by Facebook versus LinkedIn versus Instagram versus TikTok?
You could do that. And I mean, when it comes to creating your ads, you're going to be potentially on different platforms anyways, but Meta, I mean, you that's your Facebook and your Instagram right now. But you can segment within that. You can do returning visitors, you can do returning people who've liked your page, you can do different demographics or their behaviors. So I do encourage any listeners or viewers to look into this data because your data at the end of the day, the people who are looking at your site, looking at your profiles, are the most important IP that you can have for your business because those are your future and your current clients.
Great. Uh, Jessica, anything else at all? So if people want to find out how they can get in touch with you, what's the best way?
The best way is to find me on LinkedIn at Jessica Embree. And if you're interested in what Tulip Media does, it's tulipmediagroup.com.
Tulipmediagroup.com is the name of the company, and Jessica Embree on LinkedIn. Jessica, thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate these little nuggets of ways in which we can brand ourselves and get ourselves out there and get more awareness for our businesses and what we're doing. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.